Hey everybody, especially you Alipers, welcome to Dad, Daughters, and Drinks, where you'll always get at least two of those three. Today we are reacting to Alip performing Hotel California, the classic Eagles tune. I don't know what this level dunia means. If somebody knows, let me know. But in any case, so it's always a big decision when I'm doing reactions to Alip about whether or not I want to do one of his covers, one of the songs that's probably a cover, but I don't know what it is, or one of his originals. Apparently, he sings on some of them. People have showed me the requests that I've got for different songs of his are massive, and I love everybody's comments. I love that everybody's sending me lots of things to react to. But this is one that I know, and I'm kind of in a mood to do one I know at the moment because it's been like a week since I've done a reaction because I've been off on vacation. And I just kind of want to ease back into it with music that I know. So I'm going to do Hotel California. But I definitely have a big fat list waiting for songs I can do of him, from him. So let me know what you guys want me to react to, because I do keep track of the number of comments for different songs. And so the ones that are being requested more often are going to be the ones that I am going to react to. After the last video and all of the comments, I feel like I should never be reacting to Alip without a cup of coffee, but it's late in the day, so I'm going to not do that, and I'm just going to call this drink coffee, even though it's not. Anyway, I'm fascinated to see what he does here. This is a perfect kind of song for his style of music, of trying to do like the background music as well as, you know, kind of like keeping the vocals going as well melodically. And even it's a nice kind of song to throw in a lot of kind of ad-lib fills and things that he does sometimes that I think are fantastic. So I think this is going to be really good. It looks like the video was only posted 2 years ago, but this looks like a much younger Alip. So maybe it was actually recorded, you know, much longer ago than that. And this was from somebody else's channel. So I don't know if Alip ever, you know, if he published this and then took it down or something, but I didn't see a version from him anywhere. So anyway, I don't know. If you know, let me know. In any case, let's get started. Enough of me yakking. Wow. Okay. So far, none of this is actually Hotel California, but just beautiful. Unless the Hotel California he's playing is the one I'm thinking of, but I can't imagine that's the case. I know, like when the Eagles did their Hell Freezes Over tour, they had a very like extended introduction that was kind of, you know, acoustic playing like this before they got into the song. I don't think that's exactly what he's doing here, but he's doing something, you know, kind of stylistically the same, where he's just seems like he's kind of ad-libbing just beautiful music. But the thing that really struck me there at the end, if you've ever heard El Di Meola's Moroccan Sunset, that was really reminiscent of that, what he was just playing. I'm going to go back a little bit. Not here. Also, I think this is the first time I've seen him play with a pick. Everything I think I've seen him do up to this point has all been pure fingers. So it is interesting to see that he does have some serious picking chops from what I was just, you know, we were getting into at the end there. It's not always super easy to do. I shouldn't say not always. It never really is, unless you're good, very good, to play quickly with a pick on an acoustic guitar like this and keep it really, really crisp and clean. Okay, so now we're probably going to start, because I did notice at the beginning the whole thing has been in B minor, which is what the original is in. Okay, here we go. I'm excited. Oh, this opening has been beautiful. Before I forget, I do think it's kind of fascinating. Before we got into the main part here, where I thought he was about to start, and then all of a sudden he went into this crazy blues thing, which I was not expecting. It was just fantastic. But this is the style that I was expecting to hear, with him kind of doing the chords, the melody, and everything, and still throwing in some cool fills and making it his own, which is, is what he always does, but it never ceases to just amaze isn't necessarily the word, but maybe delight. It delights me when I hear him do it. It's a small thing, but I'm just going to throw it in real quick. I'm going to go back. Right here, after the kind of the vocal melody's done, there's this chord progression that kind of ascends. And when I first learned how to play this song back in like high school, my guitar teacher insisted on me learning that chord progression. It's like a B minor, F minor, G, A, B or something. I forget what it is exactly. But most of the time when I've seen other people performing it, they haven't thrown that progression in, and he like totally nails it exactly with the progression that I used to use. So it just was, I didn't think he was going to do it. So it really, like I said, I'm delighted when I watch this. I think that's the most guitar face I've ever seen him make. Watch his face. You see teeth sneering and everything. Awesome. See, this is a really interesting thing. Um, this is a very iconic guitar solo, right? And so you can't completely ignore it. Most of what he just did was, you know, he threw in little bits and kind of impressions of the original solo, but mostly it was just him doing his own thing, which I think is fantastic because the ending that he's getting into now here is really, for an iconic guitar solo, the iconic part of the iconic guitar solo, if you know what I mean. So you couldn't really ignore this part. Uh, but just, I think, I've always said his ability to, you know, do his arrangements with the, the chord structures, the fills, the vocal parts, kind of understanding what he needed to keep in from the original and what he could have some fun with and do on his own has always been, it's not a very big lane to be in. Sometimes you can focus too much on the original, sometimes you can focus too much on your own. And he always manages to find that perfect strip of balancing out, making it his own, and not, being disrespectful to the original. I just love it. That this gone on to another thing. I thought this was the ending screenshot. Sorry, I guess you had a little bit of music there. Not that it was going to be bad music. It looks like this is a big Alip playlist, but I just thought this was the ending screen from the previous video. Anyway, I'm a little thrown off because I like that so much. That was just absolutely beautiful. And it gets me thinking about so many things, even more than normal, because it's really reminding me of back when I used to play a lot. And why didn't I think of doing a lot of the things that he did? In my mind, there's two guitar parts, right? There's the background music and there's the lead part. And the thought of being able to actually put those things together never occurred to me. And listening to what he did, especially in that, iconic solo part at the end, where, he might start off playing a bass note while he was doing the right. That starts off with a B, and then he plays like an A or something in the bass. I don't even know if it normally goes there at that point, because the next chord I think should be an F sharp minor, maybe. No, F sharp major. But the third one's an A, and he plays the A note, and then he goes to the E, and he plays the E in the bass, which are open strings, if you're not familiar with that. So it's easy to throw those in while you're doing the higher part. But then he gets to a G, and you hear him kind of strum the G notes on the third and fourth string while he's doing the melody stuff on the first and second string. So he's still managing to find different ways, whether it's higher notes on the open strings with the G chord or the A and the E, that he's playing the open strings, or even if he's got a fret, a bass note, a way to keep the chord structure going in the background. Just really smart, really, really smart. And I love listening to him. Thanks everybody for recommending this. I really appreciate that. Let me know what you want me to react to next of his. I'll have a link to the original in the description. I hope everybody's doing well as always. And I look forward to seeing you guys again on the next one. Thanks. Appreciate you. Bye.